As you may or may not know, a couple days ago I joined Patreon as a way to supplement my YouTube income and hopefully someday meet my goal of becoming a full-time video creator. And I'll link the video below this and also up in a card that pops up here if you want to check that video out. I won't go into too much of my decision making on that. I kind of outlined that in that video. But this video that I want to make tonight was just an update on how I made out with that, and also to help other people that are thinking about joining Patreon. If you have a YouTube channel and you're thinking about doing it, I'm going to give you the pros and cons and pretty much what you can expect from that. As I mentioned in my last video, I was really nervous about no one coming over to my Patreon page and becoming a patron. I sort of equate it to you're throwing a party and you send out a bunch of invitations and you have no idea whether anyone's going to come to that party, and it's kind of a nerve-wracking thing when you put yourself out there like that. And I'm happy to report my goal was to find one person that would donate $1 just to get me started, and I'm happy to report that I actually had 4 people in the last 2 days come over to help me out. And I will give you, I don't know if they want their full names read, but I'll just give you the dollar amount and their first name. So my first patron was Barbara. She donated or pledged $5 and became my very first patron. So she met my goal of meeting one person and $1. So thank you so much for that, Barbara. Number 2 was Helly. I believe I'm saying your name right. Helle. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but Helly donated $5 as well, and this is on a monthly level. I almost said the last name of this third person, but number 3 was Lee, who upped the ante and donated $10 per month, which I have to say it's quite an honor. When for $10 you could go get Netflix, and instead you decided that you were going to help me out and help me get towards my goal, and for that I am really appreciative. It really does mean a lot to me. And then we had number 4, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, and I apologize for this, but it's Sabu SABU donated $5 as well, which took me to a grand total of $25 per month, and I think that is a fantastic start. I'm really happy to get that. Again, my goal was $1, one person. We had 4 people, which is quite an honor, and it came up. I'll show it to you here in a screenshot, but it comes up as $22, and that shows there's 4 patrons. And the reason for that is Patreon takes a 5% commission for hosting all this and to do exactly what they do, and I think that's more than fair, because without them there'd be no website, there'd be none of this infrastructure, and it's just like, sort of like eBay has PayPal, and PayPal and eBay take their fees, and that's completely fine. So that's why it shows, if you check out my Patreon page right now, it shows I have 4 patrons and it's $22. That's with that 5% taken out. So what a great start. Today went by. I was just seeing if we had anybody else join today, so there was nobody else, so I think that's sort of where we're at. There's 4 people, and to put that in perspective, I mean, obviously this isn't a very popular thing because I have right now I think 17 or 18,000 subscribers. That isn't by any means active people on my channel. It's just the people that over the last 5 years at some point click that subscribe button, whether they watched one video or have watched ever since. That's how many people have clicked that button. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of a cold here, and I got a sore throat, so this video is a little bit of a challenge for me. But of that, I think about 500 people watched that video, and 4 people came over, and I think that is a great accomplishment. It may not seem like a lot, but it is to me, and it's just the idea of something that I put out there, and people, like, just to know that people are willing to try to help me get towards my goal of becoming a full-time video creator. That's the main thing. It may not be a lot of money, $22 or $25, whatever it is, but it's a start, and that's something to build off of. Now, I did mention in my last video that I was predicting that there would be people that would be outspoken strongly against this, and people that would be downright offended that I would be asking for money for doing what I love and producing content and everything. And there were a few people, surprisingly, that wasn't quite that many. In fact, if I look back at my Amazon associates, I had the same situation there, and that's kind of why I predicted this. Anytime that, like I mentioned in my last video, anytime you're doing something for free and people expect that, when you start bringing up money, people get really uncomfortable, and some people, they say just downright kind of hurtful things, and that's where I want to give another shout out to Barbara, my first patron. She actually defended me against a personal attack on my patron page against my character, and she defended me, and Barbara, I'm truly appreciative for that. You're awesome. You're not only my first patron, but also my defender, and I thank you for that. You can go back and look at the comments. I'm not going to spend too much time getting into people and what they have to say, but if you look back at the comments in the last video, you can see what people had to say there, and it's just shocking to me, like, when people reference handouts. Is it really a handout when you produce content constantly for their entertainment? These are people that may have watched 10s, 20s, 30 of my videos, 100 of my videos, and I know that I'm doing this just for the as a hobby, and that will someday hopefully turn into something that makes me a decent amount of money. And I know I have ads in my videos that got me 1,000th of a cent for your view, but is it a handout when you go to the movie theater and you watch a movie there and the person that made that movie wants, your $7 or $10 for your movie ticket? Is that a handout? I look at anytime you're talking about entertainment, whether it be, you go to a sports game or anything that you do see, watch, anything that's entertaining, if that person that creates that thing asks, not only not demanding money, but to ask people that want to see me succeed or see that person succeed, if they want to, I don't understand why that would offend people. I mean, if it's something that you don't want to do, it's easy to just not do it. But the people that speak out against it feel very strongly about it, and they feel like they need to let their opinion out, and that's fine. And I'm not going to focus on the negativity, because there was lots of positivity too. If you look through the comments, you'll see a lot of positive ones where people are giving me advice, wishing me luck, all kinds of stuff like that. So those people, I think, definitely outweighed the people that were against it. But you have those few, and if it is offensive, I completely understand. This is something new that I'm venturing out into. This is an experiment, and I'm going to treat this just like my Amazon associates, where I started it and I built it and we worked with it and I announced it each month, offered tips to other people. Anytime someone came forward to me with a question or we're looking for advice for Amazon, I gave it to them, and I'm going to try to do the same thing with Patreon. That's my goal here. So I just wanted to kind of throw that all out there, let you know where I'm at right now. $22 out of 25 with four patrons. That's awesome, and I'm very happy. I'm sorry if you were one of the people that were offended with this. I hope that we can keep our relationship here. I hope you at least come back and check out the videos, because I have a lot of stuff planned here in the future. And if you do want to become a patron, I'm not forcing you to. You don't have to get offended about it. But if you want to go become a patron, I'll put a link below where you can go check that out. And I thank you for watching. I'll be back this Saturday with our weekend vlog, which you'll actually see Sunday morning, and then we'll do something a little special for Sunday too. We'll do a Greg Talks or something. Maybe you can throw me a comment if there's something you want me to talk about, or maybe something will happen that day. Anyway, thanks again. We'll see you in the next video.